All right, good morning. Thank y'all for being here. We asked you to come here today to give you a little bit of information. In the last few weeks in the city of Clinton, our residents have been making police reports about credit card theft, credit card fraud, as a result of what we believe to be skimmers that were located in some of the pumps in the city of Clinton. And how this works is somebody purchases gas and there is a device that has been inserted in the pump, and it is downloading, extracting, whatever you will, their credit card information, and in turn, the bad guys, the criminals in this case, are getting this information and using it to commit fraud against our victims. So, over the last few weeks, this has been going on. We were aware of a situation and investigating it as best we could. Last Thursday night, one of our officers recognized some suspicious activity at the Shell station on Northside Drive. Knowing that we are having a problem, he took it upon himself to stop and investigate this suspicious activity, and in turn, we were able to detain 2 suspects that we believe are involved in this credit card skimming ring, per se. Some of the evidence that was recovered, this is an ongoing investigation. I'll talk a little bit about it. I'm not going to tell you everything about it, but there's enough evidence, we believe, that these 2 gentlemen were in possession of, and based on some interviews that we've conducted, we feel certain that these 2 people were involved in the majority of the credit card skimming stuff that's going on in the city of Clinton. These 2 are in custody. We've identified 2 others, and we do have warrants for their arrest, and soon we will have them in custody as well. We believe that the ringleader, in our opinion, is a gentleman by the name of Lewis Smith. He is a resident of California. He is a convicted felon. He has an extensive history with this type of crime, and he came to the city of Clinton, and he and his cohorts are preying on the community and our citizens and the people who come to our community and shop. And that has been a big deal. We believe this is a very big ring that, as it is investigated further, we get some of the information that is we can extract from the evidence. I believe this is going to be turned into a very huge issue, a huge problem. There's several agencies in the metro that are working these credit card skim arrests, these fraud. We're working with those agencies, and we believe that it is going to become bigger and bigger the more we go along with this investigation.
How many cases do you believe you've uncovered so far?
It's a bunch. I would say upwards of 20, 30 here in the city. The information that this evidence is pointing to could be hundreds.
How many other cities do you think these guys may have struck, either in stealing credit cards or using that false information to make purchases?
Well, we know of several in the metro area: Flowood, Rankin, Pearl, Madison, the city of Clinton, Byram. As to getting outside the metro area, we're not sure yet, but we believe it's going to be pretty widespread.
There was an incident in Pearl last week. Do you believe that these 2 things are connected?
We believe they will be connected.
How many devices did you find in Clinton?
1 so far.
How hard is it to do this? How would they actually pull this off?
Well, it's our understanding that these criminals can get a key and break into a gas pump, insert the skimmer device, leave, and then as people are coming by paying for their gas, this device is extracting their credit card information, and they can pull back up in front of a gas pump at a later time and use a computer and download that information.
Would they have to remove the skimmer, or could they actually do it wirelessly?
Wirelessly.
Would they even recover the skimmer, or would they just leave it there, you think, some cases?
That I don't know.
Yeah.
Now, Chief, you mentioned that an officer saw something or found some strange behavior with the machine. What can people look for if they are using their credit cards at a gas pump? How do they know if they're safe?
Well, if you need to check your credit card accounts and ensure that you're not getting some charges that should not be here. We have in turn gone to 10 or 15 businesses that sell gas in the city of Clinton. We have inspected their pumps. They have complied with us. They've been very forthcoming. We do not believe that there are any more devices in the city of Clinton. We believe we have captured the people responsible for this spree. And if there are any other people that in the next few weeks have problems, we need to know about it. We believe that our community is safe and that our gas stations, that you will not fall victim to this sort of crime anymore.
How much money do you believe was taken?
At this time, there's no telling. It could go from thousands to 100,000. There's no way to know at the moment.
So there could still be victims out there too who maybe don't know they've been hit yet.
There could be, and I ask that if you suspect that you might be, check your card, check your accounts, and get with the city of Clinton. If you foresee you have a problem, come to us and let us know. As we work through this investigation and extract these credit card numbers, if you've been a victim, we need you to come forward so we can match your credit card number up with maybe one that this device and these people have extracted.
Now, what exactly did the officer see that was suspicious? Was it one of the suspects?
Well, this was late at night in front of a gas station. You had a vehicle with two gentlemen occupying that vehicle, and they were parked in front of the pump on a gas station that was closed. So that was suspicious. He knew that this type of activity was going on, and when he pulled up, they were in possession of some devices and hardware that were just totally out of place, and he was able to recognize that, put it together, and call investigations. So the officer, I commend that officer for going beyond the stop and recognizing the activity.
Now, Chief, these guys aren't local. How widespread do we think that this group of them is?
There's some data that's starting to come in that suggests it could go as far as Atlanta, Georgia. It could extend down into Florida. Our main suspect is from California. I wouldn't be hesitant today to tell you that nationwide.
Why was he in Clinton, Mississippi?
We don't know that, but he was, and he made the unfortunate decision to get caught here also.
Were any of these suspects employees at any gas stations, or do you think that's how they're gaining access to these pumps?
I do not believe that they were employees of any gas station.
I'm just wondering how you would get a key or get into these pumps.
You know, it's been suggested that you can get a universal key online that'll fit some of these gas pumps. And again, I reiterate, the citizens of Clinton should feel safe now. We believe we have the responsible people behind bars, and that we have checked with our gas stations, and we believe that the community is once again safe.
Our lead detective, Josh Frazier, can talk a little bit about how some of these pumps can be accessed even without a key, and also what's up on the screen.
Yeah, Josh, my question was, okay, so I get the credit card information. How can I use it? Were they just buying stuff and walking away? Could you walk me through that part?
Without giving away some criminal secrets, these credit card numbers can be used to encode other cards. Anything with a magnetic stripe on the back can be encoded with different card numbers.
Were they just buying stuff, or were they getting cash? What would they do with it after they had the numbers?
They were purchasing property with stolen credit cards and potentially selling it on the street for cash. They could go as far as downloading these numbers and selling them on the internet just as a block of credit card numbers. And that's happened, not here, but I've read articles about it where that's happened in several other states.
So in some cases, they were recoding the credit cards, buying stuff, and then trying to either sell them or return them for cash?
Correct.
Do we know how much cash they may have gotten their hands on?
We have no idea.
Yeah.
The scope of this investigation is pretty big, and right now we're small in it, but we're working on to extract some information from our evidence, and it could get a lot bigger.
So to me, it's curious that they've even got, like, they've got a Chick-fil-A card. Were they putting credit card numbers on that? And
Anything with a magnetic stripe on the back, a Kroger card, Chick-fil-A rewards card, any of those cards can be encoded with whatever information you put on it with the proper encoding machines.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't have to be a Chick-fil-A purchase then. They could take a
Correct.
Chick-fil-A card and put a Visa card information on
Sure.
there. Ouch. Gotcha.
Is this is a new, I guess, criminal, high-tech element that you may not have thought before in the past?
It's not new by any means. It's new to us. We're just now seeing it over the last couple of months. Florida and the I-10 corridor, it's been an epidemic there for years. But yeah, it's new to us, but it's not new in general.
Anything else?
I'm good.
Thank y'all for coming.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks, Joe. So if you're just tuning in, we just heard from officials at the City of Clinton Police Department about this scammer situation. Scanner situation they have going on. They put a skimmer in a gas station pump, and basically when you run your credit card, it picks up the information. Then it can be encoded into any card with a magnetic strip. So you can put your information from your Visa card on a Chick-fil-A card. That was one of the questions that I asked. So these people have been doing this apparently, all over the metro area possibly, and maybe a part of a scheme that may extend nationwide. So that's what we know right now from the City of Clinton. And we'll have more online at clarionledger.com before too long. So from the City of Clinton for the Clarion Ledger, I'm Therese Apel.